in my kitchen. I was just breaking up some of our peaches for our peach cobbler that we're going to make today. First of all, what is your favorite fruit? I actually had started this out as for kids. Hi, Cyclone. I actually had started this one. It was going to be for kids, but then I realized if I had it for kids, you guys couldn't comment and interact with me during my live, and I like interaction with you guys. So, hi Jeremy. So I decided to tell you all of my recipes you can do with your kids. Obviously, if they're younger, be careful with the oven and the stove if that happens to be part of our recipe. Just be careful. Hot. Make sure your kids know that this can get hot and you don't want them to burn themselves. Make sure they understand hot and no before you would do a recipe with them. But you guys should already know that. So my question for you guys during this broadcast is, what is your favorite fruit? My favorite fruit is raspberries. I love raspberries. When I was younger, I actually don't know what my favorite fruit was, but I love raspberries. The only raspberries I actually like, I do not like the black ones. The only ones I actually like are the red raspberries. So remember, not the black raspberries, the red raspberries are my favorite. But a very close second would have to be mulberries. I actually grew up with a mulberry tree in my backyard. Blackberries for sure. When I get a container that I can't stop eating them. That's me with raspberries. But today we're doing peach cobbler, which peaches are my husband's favorite. Apple is the only fruit I eat. I am so glad you guys did not say tomatoes, since they say tomatoes are now a fruit. I probably would go, that's not a fruit. Okay, so a few things before we get right into our recipe, because there are a few things I do need to announce. I do want to say that remember, Sunday is daylight savings time, so make sure you turn your clocks back. I know our cell phones and our computers do that for us, but if you have a oven clock, make sure you turn that sucker back an hour. Or any clocks you have on your walls. The clock that I have in my living room on my wall, I do not have to change that. Oh, Cyclone, I don't like tomatoes either. My husband likes them, but I don't like tomatoes at all. But when I get my wraps from the store, I do eat the tomatoes in that because they're supposed to be really good for your heart health. I know my dad grows the little great cherry tomatoes. He likes those. My brother will eat those like they're candy. But anyways, so make sure you turn the clock I have in my living room. I don't have to change that. That actually changes itself because it goes on radio waves, which is really nice. So next week we do have a few birthdays. Let me just see if this will reach enough. If not, I'm actually going to lengthen it. I had it all curled up because of you guys are just looking at my floor that I just cleaned today. So at least you're looking at a clean floor, right? Oh, see, I like the tomato sauce, but I don't like actual tomatoes on pizza. I like the tomato sauce, and I like the tomato. Okay, so on Saturday this week we have a birthday. I already announced that. Okay, so daylight savings. So we gain an hour of sleep. Yay! On Wednesday next week we have a little girl. This is her golden birthday this year. She's turning 6 on October 6th. And then on Thursday, it is actually a friend of mine. I don't talk to her anymore, but she is turning 31, Jenny. And on the 6th, that is Gabby. On Friday, my friend of mine, Justin, he has a birthday. I don't know his age. Unfortunately, on Thursday, it is also a death anniversary. My father-in-law died 1 year ago on Thursday. And Friday, when you guys see me on Friday, when we do our recipe in the afternoon, I will have a surprise for you guys. but I won't tell you what it is. So let's look at this. Tomatoes on pizza. Actually, the sauce is tomato, though. I prefer white sauce. Red sauce upsets my stomach. You know what, Cyclone? The guy that I mentioned that has a birthday on, I guess it was Friday, he says this red sauce actually gives him a stomach ache as well. So he prefers the white sauce. What's white sauce? Alfredo, I believe. Ooh, a surprise. My husband likes chicken Alfredo. I'm not a big fan of Alfredo sauce. The cheese kind of messes with my stomach a little bit. So let's get this recipe started while you guys start the comment party. So we need 8 fresh peaches, but you can use fresh or frozen. I'm using frozen. I'm using frozen peaches because I don't like cutting up peaches, and I couldn't find fresh peaches because they're out of season. So you're just going to throw those into a bowl, fresh or frozen. I wouldn't use canned though. Canned peaches have a lot more sugar, so you don't want to use those. I make it into a home Tabasco episode. Cyclone, I would make it into a how to basic episode. Okay, Cyclone, I'm not sure what you're talking about. What you mean? How to basic? Yeah, I'm not sure how to basic. I'm not sure what you mean by that. So if you could elaborate, that'd be great. And now we're going to get 1/4 cup of white sugar. So let me get my cool measuring cups out that I got as a wedding present. I think they're cool because they're colors. If you're going to bake, you might as well have fun, right? He's a guy who throws eggs everywhere and touches food just for views. I cannot do that. We rent this house, and I hate to clean, so that's not what's going to happen here. All right, so this is actually going to be a reduced sugar peach cobbler. I'm not going to put in as much sugar as they tell me to, but I'm going to put a 1/4 cup in of white sugar. I don't usually use white sugar. I usually use sugar in the raw, but I couldn't find sugar in the raw afterwards. I usually use sugar in the raw, but there was one time I went to the grocery store and I couldn't find sugar in the raw, so now I have a little bag of white sugar. Don't clean after, make your hubby do it. Okay, Cyclone, my husband works 13 to 15 hours a day, so when he gets home, he is tired. Jerry, what's sugar in the raw? It actually is sugar. It's just a thicker granule, and it is actually a light brown color, and it's healthier for you. So, yeah. And 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Now that's what you're going to put in. I am not putting brown sugar in because I already have white sugar in. Like I said, it's going to be a reduced sugar, so it's going to be healthier. I'm not going to put in brown sugar. I'll put brown sugar in the crumble part. And now ground cinnamon. So just give me 1 second. Now it says 1/4 teaspoon of brown sugar. I'm just messing around with you with making your hubby clean it. By the way, try to stir up fun. YK? Okay, I'm not sure what YK means, but I don't measure my cinnamon or nutmeg. I usually don't measure my spices. I just put it in. You know, I just eyeball how much I would like. Oh, stands for you know. Okay. Sorry. I'm not that up on the lingo, guys. You guys are younger than me, so you gotta grace me. And next is nutmeg. Again, with the nutmeg, it says 1/8 teaspoon. Again, just eyeball how much you would like. Now, if I was making this for my grandmother, I wouldn't put any cinnamon in because she had a bad experience as a child with cinnamon, and even the word cinnamon makes her tongue burn. So yeah. And now this is fresh lemon juice. If you do not have fresh lemon juice on hand and you only have these little plastic things that they sell at your grocery store, that is fine. You can just use this. It doesn't have to be super fresh lemon juice. And I don't measure my lemon juice either. Jeremy, she had that experience as a child. She thought cinnamon tasted like sugar, and she put a whole bunch in her mouth. And now every time she tastes, smells, or hears the word cinnamon, her tongue burns. No, my grandma did not do the cinnamon challenge. No, that wasn't a thing back when she was younger. This is when she was a child. So you can use this or fresh or, whatever. And I don't measure my lemon juice either. I just eyeball it. This is 1 teaspoon, but like I said, I just eyeball it. And now we're going to put in 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Now, you might be thinking, why are you putting cornstarch into a dessert, Carrie? I don't understand. Well, you can use tapioca instead of cornstarch. I guess it was a cinnamon challenge before the cinnamon challenge, guys. Me and my mom were actually talking about the old times today with my cousin when he came over. I didn't know he was coming over. Neither did my grandmother. He just kind of showed up to talk to my grandfather, who's not home right now. My grandfather is in North Carolina with my father. They are looking at antique tractor shows, which is what my grandfather's into. Yeah. So, the cornstarch is going to soak up a lot of the juice so that our cobbler is not so liquidy. And it says 2 teaspoons. I just eyeball that too. I eyeball a lot of stuff, guys. To me, I think eyeballing it makes baking more fun for me. Runny, there you go, Jeremy. Thank you. If you guys didn't know, I have a brain injury, so sometimes my words do not come to me, the way they would for a normal person. So just bear with me, guys, if I ever can't put together a word that I need. Okay, now we're going to do 1 cup of flour. Oh, wait, I need to read farther down before I start doing stuff. Okay. All right, I need to preheat my oven. So you want to preheat your oven to 425 degrees. Okay. And the peaches, white sugar, brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, lemon juice, cornstarch in a large bowl and toss to coat evenly. So when it says toss, it basically means just stir. I'm gonna use tongs for it just to make it more fun. By the way, I'm with my sisters playing PS4. Sounds fun. Where are you playing? GTA 5. Wait, you preheat your oven. By the way, did you have a nice time on Halloween? Yes, some ovens have preheat on them, some do not. I prefer to preheat my oven. When I lived at my parents' house, I did not have a preheating option. Here I do. By the way, yeah, Cyclone, how was trick-or-treating with your sisters? Jerry, did you have a good Halloween as well? I had a great Halloween, by the way. So you're just going to take your spoon or your tongs and just move the peaches around. Make sure you get a good coating on them of this mixture. This is good. It's going to give them a good flavor. I had a great time on Halloween. I got a cookie, an apple, and $2 half from my grandmother because apparently they do not make $half anymore, guys. Well, it was a good time. I'll hit up 2 neighborhoods that my ears hurt by now. Yeah, it was fun as hell. That was almost their whole school. Cyclone, if you can tell me, what did your sisters dress up as? I know. And also I forget what you were going as. So yeah, let us know, Cyclone, what your sisters dressed up as, and also if you could tell us again what you dressed up as, that'd be great. Oh, hey, third person, we're having a Halloween baking comment party, so comment along with us and, tell us what you dressed up as for Halloween and how your Halloween was. So now we're going to put this into a baking kind of dish. So we're going to put this in a baking dish. I don't know what I do with my baking dishes. Oh, there's one. Okay, there it is. It says it's 2 quart. I'm just going to put it in where I have the baking dish. I'm going to put it in. This is basically what it looks like. Oh, that's right, a Ghostbuster. What did your sister dress up as? If you guys don't remember, I was a white rabbit. So I'm just going to put these in. And any remnants of coating that you have, just scrape it out and put it right on top. Okay, and then that's going to go in the oven into a preheated oven for 10 minutes, but my oven's not ready yet, so we're going to combine our flour and passing back and forth between 2 pages, guys, so yeah, I need to get some water boiling. Apparently they want boiled water for the one part, so I need to get my water boiling. I have an electric kettle, guys, so it works out really well. Okay, so 1 cup of flour. So if I don't read your comments right away, it just means I'm switching back and forth between 2 pages, and so I don't see your comments right away. I probably could have caught some ghosts if I wanted to. I have Honda CRV SUV, so yeah. All right. So 1 cup of flour, guys. Sorry about the noise. That's my electric kettle boiling water. My husband's gonna be so happy when he gets home tonight. He realizes I made him peach cobbler. He loves peaches. My Honda is my Honda is a 2014. All right, we're not going to do white sugar. It says 1/4 cup of brown sugar. So for the crumbs, we're going to do brown sugar. And you can do any kind of brown sugar you want. You can do light or dark. I'm using light. So it's 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Baking powder. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Let me get my teaspoon out. I know I've been eyeballing a lot of stuff. I don't eyeball baking powder. I don't. I wouldn't do that. I have a half a teaspoon. So it sure does not teaspoon. Alright guys, we're going to use baking soda because apparently I don't have baking powder, which is weird. It's okay. I didn't even know the UNC. You know, we're not using baking soda or baking powder because I can't get this out. Ay. I'm not a good baker, guys. I enjoy it, but I'm not good at it. Oh, there it is. Okay. I have some baking soda that's already out. and available for use. I did not know that. So we're just going to do that. I don't know what I do with the new spoon. I already put it in the dishes, so we're just going to do probably less of, what's it called? Yeah, baking soda than it calls for. But you know what? That's the great thing about baking that I love. You don't have to follow the recipe to a T. A lot of people will tell you, don't stray from the recipe, don't go off recipe. Guys, this is the first time I'm making cobbler, and I am not sticking to the recipe at all. So, yeah. Oh, whoever is watching, we're talking about Halloween. We're talking about slang words. We're talking about a bunch of stuff. So join us. You can tell us your Halloween costume. You can tell us how your Halloween went. You can tell us what your favorite fruit is. Now, I am using pink Himalayan salt because it is healthier. And I don't measure salt. My mother never did. I never will. All right, so I'm going to put this in for 10 minutes, like it says. Okay, so the third person who's watching, please comment. We're having a Halloween baking party. You can tell us what your costume was, if you had a good Halloween or not, and also tell us what your favorite fruit is. So now I am going to put in unsalted butter. Okay, so unsalted butter. And I'm not going to put in how much butter it says again. I'm just going to put in a few pieces. Not because butter is unhealthy. I actually have a healthier type of butter. But, you know, just to reduce the fat content in the dish. But all my recipes are cool to do with kids. So Cyclone, if you ever want to do this with your sisters. I know me and my brother had a ton of fun baking when we were younger together. So if you ever want, and I know I had a ton of fun baking with my nieces when they were younger. So definitely, you know, you can instill a love of baking into your kids young. So now I want you to combine it with your fingertips or a pastry blender. Now, let me show you, if I can find mine, what a pastry blender looks like. Oh, yeah. This isn't what I call a pastry blender. They also are called pastry cutters. I prefer the term pastry blender. I used my mom's a lot while I was making, if I make crumbs for like a pie, I do that. The butter will get stuck to it. It is okay. Totally normal. Alright. You can do as much or as little as you want. They want you to use chilled butter for some reason. Alright, guys. Okay, now we're going to take our boiled water and they want 1/4 cup of that. So 1/4 cup. Move my hydrogen peroxide I was using earlier on my finger. Why the water has to be boiling, I'm not sure, guys. Okay. Alright, and now we just mix that all together once the water's in there. Just take the pastry cutter or whatever you're using. Just mix that all together. In 6 minutes we can take the peaches out and do whatever we're supposed to do with that. I used to take a butter knife to get the remaining stuff off of the pastry cut. That's what I do. And it works out quite nicely. I've never had Irish imported butter. I've only ever had Land O'Lakes, or the kind we have now that comes in a green package, and you can get it at Costco, actually. So this is one thing I will not be taste testing, guys, because I don't like peaches, so I will not be taste testing this. My husband will. And it sounds interesting. I have to try that. Yeah. I've never met a butter that tasted good by itself, you know. I definitely will. I don't usually film on Saturdays, but I probably will let you guys know. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. He probably will like it because it's peaches and he loves peaches. So, yeah. So, if you're wondering what my decals say, this one says this kitchen is for dancing. Because a lot of the time when I'm baking or something, I'll have music on and I love to dance and sing. This is what is for the dinner. Over here, I have eat, and then I have mix it up and a mixer, and I had don't go bacon, my heart, and then over here I had those spice things right there. and then spice things up. So this right next to my spice cabinet. My husband actually got me those decals for this kitchen. Oh, and this is my favorite one. This says, "I love you" to the fridge and back. I love that one. That's like my favorite. So he got those for me, and I couldn't resist. I love them so much. So I said to him, he'll have to get a next set for when we move to the new house, because I'm gonna want them in my new kitchen when I get a new kitchen. Oh, I can't videotape him taste testing at Cyclone, unfortunately. He does not want to be in videos, and I am going to respect his privacy. So, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you guys if he likes it or not, but I won't be able to, like, videotape him actually taste testing it. Alright. It had 2 minutes left, but I'll tell you what, guys. You can also adjust baking times. I can't Cyclone. Look at the video birthday. You'll see a little bits of him. Alright. That's what it's gonna look like. Okay. Now you're gonna want to put on a baking sheet just in case of spillage. Actually, Cyclone has actually told us that his real name is Cyclone, which I thought was amazing. So you want to take your mixture that you made and take a spoon. I think it's supposed to be thicker than this, but you know what? We'll steal what we have. And you're just going to want to spoon that over top of your peaches. I think it's actually supposed to resemble biscuits, but oh well. Nope, cornstarch first. That one I have a pool of liquid in there. And then you take the whole. You can put cinnamon and nutmeg and more brown sugar and more white sugar, and sprinkle that over top if you want. Like I said, we're doing a healthier version. Take a look. How long do you put it in? And then you put it back in the oven for about 30 minutes. So I will definitely let you guys know if you liked it or not. But definitely try that out. Oh, that's okay, Jerry. I'm sure Cyclone didn't mind. So I hope you guys, I wish you guys happy baking. And let me know if you try out this recipe, if you like it or not. So I will talk to you guys hopefully Monday. And for those wondering, no, my sister-in-law did not have her baby yet. So hopefully I'll have good news for you guys Monday. Bye.